what's up everyone? How's it going? Rob here, MotoLab.dirtbikes.com. A couple simple, easy tips for you to do at home. Most KTM manuals are available for free for download on their website. Check it out. The most benefit you could have is just really browsing through that thing. Some of the installation methods and or checking and setting sag is going to be absolutely massive. Some of the most common problems here we're just going to touch on that we see that create chassis imbalance or other technical handling problems are first and foremost sag, right? So if you're way out of the weight range of the stock springs, 165 to 190 pounds with gear, then you need to just get it sprung for your weight, get the sag set, and that'll be absolutely massive, right? Zero your clickers. Look in the manual that will provide a suggestion of 3 different settings. So start there. That's going to be absolutely massive. Checking your tires and or pressures. If you got old, crusty, rock hard rubber tires, that's not going to be worth a heck. Also, some of the big things that we see too, as far as maintenance wise, linkage or linkage bearings. One of the most common bearings to fail or go bad is the lower shock bearing on linkage bikes or the lower heim joint on PDS bikes. But I mean, if you could imagine, you could have the best suspension in the world, but if your suspension is binding on a rusty, frozen bearing, it's not going to be worth a crap. So one of the other things that we see here too is chain tension, right? Check the chain tension, make sure that you're matching it with your model there. On this linkage model in particular, you want to take and measure off where they recommend in the manual, pull it up and make sure that you're to spec. If this chain tension is too tight, you're going to cause a series of issues, massive handling and imbalance issues, as well as prematurely damaging the countershaft bearing inside the motor, as well as some of the PDS models we see where it actually will crack the back half of the case. So it's big time, and you need to read your manuals and check that stuff. It's super important, have massive impacts. And then some of the front end issues that we see with people having either improper installation of the front wheel and drawing the forks out of parallel, or if you've had a crash or tip over and you're beating your front end off the tree to square that fender up with the with the front wheel. When you get home, you need to check that stuff. Greasing the ICs, the bolts, make sure everything's straight and torqued out. If you had a significant crash or impact and everything's straight and torqued out and you're still having issues, you probably have bent triple clamps. So you need to pull those out, set them on a flat surface, and they should be flat. If they're rocking like that on a flat surface, you've got a bent or twisted triple clamp. Very common in hard duro. If you're looping it out and it's landing on top of the handlebars and the triple clamps, that stuff gets bent. It's a consumable item. You're going to need to check and replace that stuff. So that's just some of the most common things that you can really do to check at home. And hopefully those are tips that you can, that'll really help you. But please, I really encourage you to find the manual, purchase the manual, and spend some time just reading through it and get back to basics. So hopefully that was some help, and check us out, MotoLab.dirtbikes.com. I look forward to helping you guys soon. Thanks again.